Hi, this is John from Bear Bull Traders, and I want to discuss my best and worst trade for 10 August 2021. And I also want to talk a bit about taking midday trades. As always, if you could like this video or subscribe to this channel, it is really appreciated. And let's take a look at what we did today. All right, my worst trade today was on Tesla. This was a high day break trade where the high a day was almost exactly $714. The volume at entry was about 7.4 million shares, and the RVAL was about 80%. I missed the first 2 hours of the market, so I was kind of patiently looking for other trades to take, and I was patient up to this point. I don't know if I think this trade might represent some impatience, but let's look at that. I really like the building 5-minute volume here. This is a little snippet of the 5-minute volume. You can see it's building up nicely as Tesla approaches its high of day. And for later day trades, that can be a great sign. That's something else to look for as opposed to just the 1-minute volume profile. But did not like taking a trade below the previous close. That's this black dotted line here. That's a rule break for me, really. And I was trusting too much in this 5-minute pattern. So I know this can be too much of a resistance level, and I don't think I should have been taking this trade here. The 1-minute volume kind of had a building sense to it, I guess, but not a nice white step 1-minute volume profile. So it's looking kind of ugly as well. The SPY was nicely in my direction, so I had that going for me up until my entry at least. I took an entry a little early at 713.59, trusting that this 5-minute volume profile again is going to kind of pull me through the previous close. But as I entered, the SPY pulled back, and so did Tesla. So unfortunately, when the SPY pulled back, you have kind of a double rejection level here. You have the difficulty of getting through the previous close and the market pulling back on you as well. So no surprise at all that Tesla pulled back and found myself at immediately about a half-hour loss. And then I found myself in like decision purgatory, trying to decide whether to stay in or get out of this trade. And I decided to ride it out, and it never got high enough for a partial. So this is a long time for me to actually ride out an entry, and you can see I got up to the previous close again, another rejection, which shows you just how strong that level can be and how tough it can be to get through. And eventually got it going in my direction, but what I really wanted was getting out, not out, but a partial somewhere in our R3 or around 717.60, and never quite got that. My best trade was on NVAX. This was another high day break trade, sort of, mostly. Where the high day was 240.99, volume at entry was 8.1 million shares, and the RVAL was 340%. So NVAX very much in play today. I think in sympathy with mRNA, which has been having some great moves lately. So, you know, one vaccine stock having a great few days. NVAX wants to play along with it as well. I missed an earlier break of intraday level trade at 237, which you can see that resistance here. There's also some earlier on even. I'm not sure what time it was, but earlier in the morning, and then it hit this 237 resistance again with a large ask at that level. And I wanted to take this break. It happened very quickly. I was looking at Tesla when it broke, and I missed that move. So decided to take on the break of another large ask. There was a large ask at 237, and there's another one building up at 240. No surprise there since it's a decade level. And I decided to play it there, given that it had shown some resistance there at 239.88. I liked that. Almost got there, pulled back, and then made another nice punch up to that level. I wanted an entry as soon as I saw 240 hit the ask, because my guess was that this thing was kind of hot, and as the first time the 240 actually got on the ask, it was going to break. And that is what happened. But let's talk about that in a second. So the SPY looks very good. That was trending in my direction. Not particularly important, perhaps, for NVAX as opposed to Tesla. Tesla's not catalytic, it's not in the news. NVAX more catalytic, or at least sympathetic, like I said, with mRNA. So, but always nice to have the SPY moving in your direction. It's never a bad thing. But I got a bad entry at 240.85. So basically, I was eyeballing it. As soon as I saw 240 hit the ask, I was trying to get in, and I missed it by 85 cents. So now I was in decision mode, like, do I stay in or do I get out? And that's a tough one. So at this point, I'm not even watching the candle. I'm watching the volume. And the volume was pumping and pumping and building and building. And it's always nice to know what the different volume levels are for the day. So I happen to know, what the opening volume was, so I could kind of judge this particular bar off of that, and knew that I was building on the second highest volume bar of the day, which is a good sign. I took it as better to stay in than to get out at this point, which turned out to be the right answer. and got 50% partials at 242.46. This is a pause level. 245.12. I was just taking this at a $5 level, and then another pause near 247. And eventually got all out at 240.85, right back at my entry exactly. I really thought I was going to get 250 on this. That was my next partial level, but we never quite got there. So thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you want, drop a comment below, and we can talk about these trades. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.